Rise ye ashen tarnished chosen undead, and welcome to your next installment of the Dark Souls Remastered Platinum Guide. Worst case scenario, guaranteed that if you follow this guide, you will be able to follow this guide. There are no points where I have a drop that you do not, where I have souls that you do not, and hopefully this far in, where we're nearly at the end of our first run through, hopefully you've enjoyed playing along and everything's been fine so far, and that you've had better luck where I've had bad luck, and the same luck where I've had very, very good luck. It's been a weird run when it comes to the bosses. But that aside, and behind us, we're going to the catacombs. So what we're going to do is finally put that Divine Man Serpent Greatsword +5 to good use. So, equip Divine Man Serpent Greatsword +5, and on our journey we go. Hidden body, homeward. Do I want the hill? Nah, that's fine. Cool. We're going to go here, and Frampt is going to call us a sorry fool.
You sorry fool.
No, you're the sorry fool. Don't talk to him. Do not talk to him. Never talk to Frampt. And the reason we're using a divine weapon is not these skeletons, but the skeletons in the catacombs can be resurrected. So even after you've defeated them and gained the souls, they will then get back up. Divine weapon prevents that from happening. The other way you prevent it from happening is you kill all of the, what I call, summoner enemies. So, careful here, you're on a narrow passageway, there's a couple of skeletons and there are these exploding giant skulls. Just be mindful. You'll hear them in a second. Go bois. Or not. We didn't trigger any apparently. Skeleton over there. Come down here, couple more skeletons here. In here, a couple more skeletons. And as you can see, just two-handed swing. Right, once you come in here to the right, there is the first summoner. Charge and swing. And you can outpace that fireball. These summoners do not respawn, and at least well, if you do not get a flame lantern dropped, the last one will drop it, although that's none of your particular worries. We have other ways of casting light, but just to point it out. Push the lever, light the bonfire, and I like to rest here. Saves you having to come all the way back from Firelink. Come. Kill these again. And while we're out... Oh, no. Do not hidden body. Get your longbow. And there we can see another summoner. We're just going to shoot this one with arrows. And we're far away enough that he doesn't quite know what to do. He's just going to kindly let us just bop him to death. Absolutely no need for hidden body at this stage. Ironically, this is where you could use hidden body, because there's an archer up top there and a couple of skeletons in here. But again, I'm going to show you without it. Two-hand, come in, first skeleton, he's going to either roll or charge at you. This one, there's the roll. I'm just blocking with the sword. Advantage of using a big chunk of metal is it actually counts as a bit of a shield as well. There you go, you can hear that archer trying his best. Come here. Let's go. So at this point, the good news is we are in a really good spot being leveled, over-leveled for the catacombs, or at least this section of it, by having a +5 divine weapon that is actually a good weapon. I know some people just use a basic longsword. Keep your eye on that enemy. You don't need to go up there to fight him, but odds are he's going to engage you when you go forward if you're not hidden bodied. But yeah, some people use just the basic longsword and make it divine, because you do want a divine weapon for the boss at the end of this area. But I find, why not just use a good weapon that you can actually do a respectable amount of damage with. So come here, beat up him, and then turn around, beat up him. Right, don't drop down there. That would be silly. Come here, let the soul item be your guide. And, oh look, we can see the lantern of another summoner. So we're going to allow our arrows do the talking. And then what I like to do here is, because you've got these explosive skulls floating around, run, stick to the left edge, because these statues do have pointy spikes. And we're going to run all the way to the end, all the way. And we're going to pick up this item. And then at which point 1 or 2 will be chasing after you. Dispatch those, and when it's safe to, push the lever. But yeah, so statues will, hang on, I'll show you. Will do these spikes when you get close. It's not the end of the world. If your shield's up, you can block them. You can roll through them as well. There may still be some of these skeletons alive. The exploding heads seem to have done the job and knocked the skeletons off, which is always nice. I'm just luring enemies one at a time, mitigating risk. End of this bridge, we are going to roll down. So from here, actually I'm just going to double check, drop down, back spot, yep. Roll down, because if you drop, that's going to be a very unpleasant landing. Be mindful, this is a hidden wall, but also a pointy statue. And there is a bonfire just here. Nice point to rest. Right. For the moment, we're going to switch back to our Greatsword of Artorias, which is our strongest weapon at the moment. If you have got yourself a +5 Black Knight straight sword at this point, then feel free to use that. However, that's not a guaranteed item at this stage of the game, so I'm not using it. And here's good old Patches. Now, what Patches is going to do, if we don't address him now, when we step onto that bridge there, he's going to pull this lever and rotate the bridge, making us fall to our demise. Isn't he wonderful? Now you can talk to him to prevent that from happening, or we can just get this out of the way because we also need his crescent axe. So, this is how we're going to talk to him. 3 two-handed swings, and he dies. What did I do? Well, technically he didn't do anything at this point. It's what he was going to do, because that's not the only time he tries to screw you over. But anyway, pick up Humanity ×4 and the Crescent Axe. That is your 26th of 52 rare items required for the Knight's Honor Trophy. So over halfway to the Knight's Honor Trophy. Right, we don't need to pull the lever. If it's out, push it in, but basically make sure that bridge is on its flat surface, not its pointy surface. Switch back to your divine weapon, And at this point, we are going to cross the bridge rather than take shortcuts at this stage. I had to just double check. Now, when you come to here, just be mindful an enemy is there. Okay, those souls that I got means that that's the enemy that drops down. Just be mindful, an enemy may drop down, he may die, or he may land on this bridge and attack you from behind. So, just be aware. Cross the bridge, enter the fog door. Come down here. 2 skeletons. Defeat those. We're going to smash this wall and immediately turn right and fight a skeleton. Right, down, skeleton. And then, as you saw there's an archer. Come down here, there's 2 more skeletons. Oh yeah, there it is. I was going to say, I'm very sure there were 2. Climb the ladder. We're going to deal with the archer. And that just takes the pressure off a little bit. Block with your sword. Big slab. Why not? Climb back down. Top up your health, and up here, big boy's going to drop down any moment when you get to this cracked wall. If you're two-handing, you can actually stun him. 2 hits, and he will explode. Dark Moon Sounds Ring, even though I don't actually think we need it for this particular playthrough. We need it in the second one though. Yes, through the cracked wall and upwards. Up again, and there should be a summoner. Here he is. Kill him, kill the skeleton. And then we go up the ladder. Get homeward ready. Follow around, roll through these. Oh! Dark Souls damage sounds. Very sensual. And then grab your 9th miracle, the Tranquil Walk Peace. 9 of 23 miracles. And from there, the best thing to do is just homeward. It's just easier. Okay. From Patch's Bonfire. Come out. Remember that this is a stab, so either walk around as you saw me, but just have your shield up just in case. And now we're going to take a shortcut. So, and this is another one of those rolling is the solution. So from here, oh, there's the skeleton I was talking about earlier. If you roll, it looks like you might not make it, but a roll, no run, no jump, just a roll, and it will make it. Walk down here. That item there is the Great Scythe, but there is also a good old sorcerer there. Make sure to bop him. Push the switch, that's going to open another shortcut just in case. And now we have to get Vamos the blacksmith. So this is another bit of Dark Souls parkour. So what I found the best thing to do is just run off the edge. Don't jump, don't roll, just run off the edge. And you make this one. Just do it. Run off the edge, don't jump, don't roll. This ledge here, if you miss it, you fall all the way down, break your legs every time. So just do that. This one, you can run, you can roll. There is a bit more flexibility. I just like to walk it. Just top up your Estus just to play it safe. Hug the wall and drop. There we go. And that was the summoner that we killed that dropped the skull lantern. So as I said, at this point, this one's not guaranteed. There's one more, but you will have a skull lantern, but it's not necessary, so don't worry. in any way, shape or form. Drop down here, you get a little cutscene, and Vamos, the blacksmith, will go to work. Make sure to light the bonfire. Rest at the bonfire. I like to prepare because that's what I do. Talk, and he will spot your large flame ember. Yes, give the large flame ember. Purchase item. Top up your arrows, so I like to make sure I've got 200. And I currently have 8 homeward bones. If you have none, I like to make sure that you've got 3 to 5 homeward bones. Just going to help you out because we're not going to have homeward equipped for a while. So buy 3, 5 if you just want to play it safe. Equip the homeward bones. Tune magic. And instead of homeward, we're going to attune cast light. Okay, so exiting from the bonfire. Exiting from the bonfire, go left. See, where I said that's because I was like, I'm sure I'm missing something in my notes here. And the answer is I am. So my notes should have said, use hidden body to avoid the pinwheels. And the black... Oh, no, this is just all kinds of bad now. This is... No. Are you just going to let me rest? No, because the bloody pinwheels. Oh, and you. Look at what I've done. This is what I get for not following my notes through. That is all on me and well deserved. I was supposed to use hidden body and that prevents all of this badness. Why didn't I put that in my notes? Right. Shall we try this again? Right. Come here. Cast hidden body. Then immediately go left and just keep running, and all that badness is avoided. There you are. Kill the last summoner. So if you haven't already got a skull lantern, this one will drop it guaranteed. Come up the ladder. Through here, just be careful because there is that patch of floor that you can see there that looks different. There is a reason for that, and that's because that is different. You will drop down to where that Black Knight Great Axe wielding enemy is. And we don't want to do that. We're going to come up here, grab soul item. We're going to switch to our more powerful Greatsword of Artorias +4. And we're going to say hello to another Titanite demon. It's actually optional to kill this one. Oh wow, he really jumped forward with that one. You know what? I don't need to kill you. I have death. Excuse me. I said homed. Thank you, sir. Let's not do anything unnecessary. We already did that when we forgot to hidden body. Okay, now that we've got those 3 eyes of death, that was the important thing. You should now have that one that we farmed earlier, so we're on track. What we're going to do is hidden body, and now we're going to go right, and we're going to fight Pinwheel. Pinwheel is actually a very straightforward boss. Definitely one of the easier ones. All you got to do is just keep an eye on your health and make sure, because you can go greedy and just outright kill the boss before it's a problem, but there is a chance that it can kill you, because although it takes a lot of damage, it can deal a fair amount as well, especially since we're not really built like a tank, or not yet at least anyway. So we're going to drop down, and sadly we will take full damage for this, which is unavoidable. Drop down, get the cutscene, and skip, well, watch or skip the cutscene and just charge forward straight away, lock on, and start the damage. And we're just going to ignore anything else. There we go, nice and easy. Worst case, if you do not keep the hits coming, Pinwheel will teleport, and there will be 3 of them. The mother, the father, and the son. Only the father takes damage, which is the one that was there at the beginning. You have to basically find it and then keep attacking. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't take many hits. It was 4 hits and it's dead. Importantly, we get the Rite of Kindling. The Rite of Kindling allows us to now double kindle bonfires, so we can get up to 15 Estus instead of 10. The beautiful advantage here is that Firelink automatically kindles to maximum. We don't have to waste any humanity to do so. Very nice. And you'll get dropped a random mask of it will either be the father, the mother, or the child. Since that's not guaranteed, I'm not going to use a mask regardless. Even though I think the child's actually one of the better ones. Child is stamina? Yeah, raise recovery speed of stamina. So, climb up the ladder, climb up this ladder, top up your heal, and cast light, because as you can see, it's a bit dark. Now, interestingly, we're going to use both cast light and hidden body, so something that makes it easier for us to be seen, and then something for us to be harder to be seen. Now, thankfully, they don't cancel each other out. It's not a case of that. Cast light just doesn't take any precedence. And all it means is that we get the drop on these enemies, which we have to 2-hit with our big sword to get. Come down this, we slide again, and then there's 2 enemies to the right here. But because we've got a hidden body on, we don't have to fight them both at the same time. Bump. Bump. Hidden body again. That way we don't have to worry about the archer. For this one, stick to the right, and you'll fall to this little platform here. Grab a humanity, and then drop down. From here, come left, and you'll find a ladder. Slide down, and here is the catacombs bonfire. Optional kindle this one. We are going to kindle another bonfire in this area, so I tend not to for the first one. Rest. Let's get our spells back. And if we didn't kill Patches, Patches would be in this area, and he would be looking over this little cliff edge, and he'd basically go on, have a look, and you have a look, and he pushes you down there. And then you climb up, and he goes, oh no, I didn't mean to do it! And then tries to become your friend, and essentially opens up the Patches shop for you later on. But we kill Patches because we wanted his axe, and he is a bit of a nuisance. So come down here, grab the items, which gives you another soul lantern. We'll move forward, and we are going to meet up with our priestess. Talk to her. She's going to say she came down here with 2 escorts. However, they got hollowed. Apparently I wanted to do a gesture there. Don't know what happened there. So yeah, once you've spoken to her, I like to equip Hidden Body just to try and see if I can only have to deal with one of these annoyances at a time. Walk up. There's the first one. Come on. Just you. Just you. No. Can't get one at a time. Okay, worth a try. No heal for you. There we go. Now, that's the force miracle. Thank you for allowing me to backstab you. And there we go. Once you've bought both, don't worry, they didn't drop you anything. You're going to kindly talk to her. And she's going to say, you banished them, didn't you? And then she... Why are you deciding to gesture? And as thanks, she's going to give you the replenishment miracle. Miracle 10 of 23. Talk to her again. Just make sure you've exhausted her dialogue. And then we will find her again later on at... not Firelink, but at the church between Firelink and Undead Parish. Right, just getting my bearings. That's the drop, so yep. So come back. There we go, that's what I was missing. Come up this other path. Grab white titanite chunk. And that should now spawn these wonderful contraptions. These bone towers. There we go. Cast lights. Now, past her. And we're going to head down this path here. There you are. Two-handed. Just be mindful, they have 2 attacks. They have that flail and they have a body slam. The body slam, there it is. Speak for and get. Body slam can do a fair chunk of damage. Do you mind? Right. I'm going to stop trying to do the running attack and I'm just going to go slonk. Because yeah, I figured from my notes, the reason why the running attack is preferable is running attack does in 1 what you otherwise have to do in 2. But yeah, they're a nuisance more than anything. But yeah, climb up the ladder. As much as I'd love to be able to say just homeward, we've got a bit more to do, and this is the easiest way to do it. Heal. Pop this illusionary wall. Right. Out and left, you've got 2 skeletons, so let's go hidden body. Dual wield. Go up. Quickly dispatch 1. The other one's an archer, much easier. Climb the ladder, then there's another 2 at the top. Don't worry, we'll get that item in a moment. You can see the eyes. And as you can see, if we do a running attack, complete stun, nothing they can do about that. Let's dispatch them, come up this ladder, and up this ladder. Go up the path. Soul item, and then walk carefully back down the path. And we want to drop down here. And there's another 3 Eyes of Death. Lovely. Back here for a soul item. And then this is how we get that item from before. So again, similar to the rare ring of sacrifice, walk and then just walk backwards into the wall for another soul item if you want it. You don't even have to get that one, to be fair. Right. Then back down this path. And we're going to drop down here. And this bit, there you go, you can see a bunch of skeletons here. So this bit is a little bit tricky. This is a case of, if you've got a ring of sacrifice, equip it. And what we're going to be doing is a homeward bone run. So ideally you've got a hidden body left. And we're going to grab that soul packet there. But the main item is the one that's right at the back there. Because that is an ember. So, yeah. Fighting is not the way you want to go. So, if you get lots of friends, grab the large divine ember, try and roll away, and if you manage to find a safe corner, see if you can get a homeward bone triggered. But if you've got the ring of sacrifice, worst case is you can let them kill you, and you know you're going to come back to this bonfire and you won't lose anything anyway. But yes, very important that we get the large divine ember. From here, repair as you wish, if you wish. Warp to Undead Parish. Have a chat with Andre. And give him the large divine ember. So say yes. At which point modify. Divine Man Serpent Great Sword +5 to Divine Man Serpent Great Sword +6. And then if you've been playing along with me, you are guaranteed to be able to get it to +7. That is the 2 white chunks that we've picked up so far. One we got from the Great Hollow, and one we got down in the catacombs. So upgrade that to +7. Level up. Strength to 31. And we're going to walk back to Tomb of the Giants. Not Catacombs, Tomb of the Giants. That was the bonfire that we triggered there. Okay, cast light. Climb up. Come forward a little bit till we get to this turning. And equip hidden body. Okay, now you're going to want to stick to the right. And you're going to want to follow the path that I do. And this way, we're going to avoid these big, nasty dogs. Stick to the right. Go through the fog. Right, right, right. And then immediately cross so you can drop here. Stick to the right. Now be prepared for a black knight. And this is a halberd one. 2 parries should be enough. And carefully roll in towards the wall to get rid of the bones and grab the effigy shield. Effigy shield is one of your Knight's Honor trophy pickups. So you need to make sure we pick that up. Reattune hidden body. Stick to the right again. Yeah, stick to the right. Come down. Go left. And this is where the next bonfire is. So light this bonfire. And here, reverse your hollowing. This is very important because we need to spawn an NPC. And I like to kindle this bonfire as well, as this is technically our boss bonfire. How are we doing at this point for time? We are going to fight the NPC, get granted status, Nito. Yeah, we can get Nito beaten on this video still. Lovely. So, from the bonfire, equip hidden body again. And you're going to kind of want to go in the middle here. There you go. So you're looking for this downward path. And then you'll stick to the right again. You're going to pick up this chunk. And just keep sticking to the right. Avoid that dog there. Back on yourself. Big soul packet here. Another chance to attune hidden body. Those big skeleton dogs are no joke. They are some serious enemies. Come down here and you should be out of the ladder. Yeah, they do so much damage. Yeah, definitely no joke. Lovely. Now you're out of there. There is a crystal lizard in here, and this crystal lizard is a bit of a trap. He's going to try and he will run forward and lure you into a big ambush, while you also have Dark Spirit Paladin Leroy ready to ambush you as well. So Leroy, as you saw there, his attack is slower than ours, so we can just take advantage of 3 big stabs. You can parry him, you can backstab, so long as you don't get hit with your shield down, not a problem. Worst case, if need be, if you do die, just make sure you unhollow, so you have to spend a humanity to get one, spend it at the bonfire to become unhollowed, and then come back here and that will spawn him again. Humanity too, but more importantly, both the Grant and the Sanctus are part of your Knight's Honor trophy collection. So, 2 more on the way. Fantastic. 1 hidden body left. Lovely. Not necessary, just a nicety. So there's a few enemies here, more of those bone towers, so just listen out for them. Don't kick. Why would I want you to kick? And I'm going to hidden body here. It's just going to help that archer that you can see at the end there. This one's going to disappear. Oh no. This one's going to disappear when you get to it. But I got there sooner. So charge attack. You can hopefully hit all three. And what I was going to say is another one is going to appear behind you and slowly work its way to flank you. Make sure you kill this one. This is what's going to give us time to do some Robin Hood shenanigans to make the next area that little bit more safer for us. Because we now have a lot of pinwheels. Also, where they are, there are these weird skeleton baby things which, if they mob you, are a bit of a problem, to be honest. There you go, you can see them there. So yeah, we're going to keep this high ground advantage while we dispatch a few of these pinwheels. And we're just spamming the attack button, hitting pretty much anywhere around the head. There isn't a specific critical point. Let's see if we can get this one. So this way we just don't have to worry about them all lobbing fireballs at us while we're collecting a couple of items. From here we're going to get a large soul item, but more importantly we are going to get the white titanite slab. And like the blue and the red, we need to get 2 of each to be able to get all of the weapons fully mastered for trophies that we need. Right. Skeleton towers, mini pinwheels. Right, at this point, I'm going to equip our Divine Man Serpent Greatsword. Equip our Ring of Steel Protection. Going to take those off of the hotbar. Make sure I'm still on a mid-roll. So, drop down. Around the left here, Soul of a Hero. Carefully down here onto this platform. And drop down here. And here is our white titanite slab. Get your bow ready. And one more pinwheel down there. If you can't do it with free aim, lock on instead, and you'll be able to safely dispatch this without having to worry about those horrific mini skeleton baby things. If you go in the water, that's going to spawn more of them. So what I like to do is from here, roll, and get onto that platform as quickly as you can. Once you get through the white fog door, you are pretty much safe. What I then like to do is use a humanity when we land, because we're going to fall. You have enough time to use a humanity, and then we're fighting Nito. And at this point, with this build, we are perfectly fine to fight Nito. Don't worry about him, don't worry about that soul item. Just get to the fog door. Get your humanity ready on your hotbar, and we're going to drop down. And this is why the divine weapon is important, because Nito is going to summon some skeletons. That was cheeky. I didn't even get a chance to explain that scream. Right. Humanity to get to full health. Now, if you hear that scream, that means that that plunging dagger is 3 seconds away. So, kill these skeletons, and because it's a divine weapon, they're not going to get back up. Once you've killed 3, if you can, switch back to your greatsword. If you're not comfortable doing so, keep your divine weapon. It's more than enough. It just doesn't do as much damage. And now the key thing is, we are going to stick to this left side. There are more skeletons on the right side of this central pillar, and we are going to stay up close and personal with Nito, apart from for one attack. And this is it. So when he does this, we're going to step back, shield up, because odds are you're not going to be out of range, but there is a chance. And then we're going to get up close and personal again. This is a grab. Make sure you roll this. Oh, you're getting very close to that right side, Nito. Oh, shockwave attack. Nah, I'm still too close. That's fine. I'm going to pop a heal. As I say, by sticking close, you actually avoid pretty much everything. Half the attacks don't even hit you up close. But I always roll just to play it safe. The grab is the only real attack to worry about, or the shockwave, if you don't have your shield up, will do a decent chunk of damage. But as you can see, we also do a decent chunk of damage. Gravelord Nito, no threat whatsoever. And there is your 18th trophy, or 19 if you have a lightning spear maxed out. Defeat Gravelord Nito trophy. Once he dies, all the skeletons in this room will die as well, so you don't have to worry about those anymore. Light the bonfire. As always, I like to repair. Not necessary in this case. Warp, and warp to Firelink. And we are so close, you can almost taste it. One more great soul to go. Rest of the bonfire, attune. We're going to get our old school heal and homeward combo going. And we're going to take the lift, and we're going to meet up with the priestess again. So as you can see, Derpy the monk is gone. So interestingly, is at this stage, the priestess alive, Derpy's gone. You can find him and kill him, and conveniently, she will not die. Alternatively, if you don't, she will die. However, it is never outright explained or covered that he kills her, but that is a factual point. If you kill him, she does not die. But here we are, and we're going to have a chat, and she is going to let us buy some miracles from her.
Would a miracle be of any help? I would make.
So purchase. We already have heal because of our starting class, so we don't need that. But we need Great Heal Excerpt. We don't need Homeward because we got that. But we're going to get Force, Great Heal, Wrath of the Gods, Seek Guidance, and Magic Barrier. We now have 16 of 23 total miracles. Excellent. And I'm afraid at this point she has fulfilled her purpose and she's gonna die anyway, so is it better that we do it as a mercy? I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's 7 humanity, so you don't have to, but technically when we go to New Game Plus, everything we've done here doesn't count, so we weren't evil. But 7 humanity, it's kind of worth it. Homeward. Considering we're going to have to give 30 humanity in our second playthrough to one of the firekeepers. Having more humanity is only a good thing. And then we're going to come up here, and this is the pyromancer we saved ages ago, and we're finally going to talk to him. He's been here a while. Now the key thing is, this is the one time you say no, because what he's going to ask is, he's going to say, oh, do you, something along the lines of, do you think pyromancy is bad? And you're going to say no. I'm paraphrasing.
Well,
But yeah.
I have my pyromancy. Oh yeah.
I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need the materials. I'd be pleased to help you. Oh, unless you find the magic's unsavory. Nah.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure that there'll be a pit. First take this.
And the reason we talk to him is we want a pyromancy flame. But
Flame from the great swamp. Now
seriously,
you're a fully blessed
I keep
pyromancer.
wanting to point apparently. And also, unique to him, as this is the only playthrough we're going to save him, Iron Flesh and Flash Sweat. Don't buy the rest, because you have to buy them from a different NPC in our second playthrough, so don't waste your souls here. And that is now 8 of the 19 pyromancies we need.
Goodbye then. Come back.
And a pyromancy glove, which we also need. Cover the bonfire. Get strength up to 32. And with that, we are ready to head down to the haunted depths where the ghosts were. If you remember where we went to get our firekeeper soul way back in our first video, those ghosts, that's where we're heading to next, on our way to fight the 4 kings, the last of the biggies. So yeah, we are well on our way. We only really have, unless I've missed something, I believe we have 2 bosses left, the 4 kings and Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder himself. In between those 2, we are going to do a lot of item prep. We're going to get our first batch of upgrading weapons. So we are going to, for me, if you've not already done it, we're going to get our lightning spear done, fire weapon. We're going to get all of the sorceries in this playthrough. So in the next video, we will get the Wisdom of a Sage trophy for getting all the sorceries. We're also going to defeat the 4 kings for another trophy. So 2 trophies in the next video. Then after that, we will do the Black Knight farm to get the Black Knight sword, Black Knight greatsword, Black Knight great axe, Black Knight shield, and the Black Knight halberd, the weapon that we will use for the remainder of the run, finally. So all that to come in the next videos. Hopefully we can get it in 2, if not 3 videos, just because the Black Knight farm might split it into 3, away from finishing the first run. This is 2/3 of the journey completed, to be clear. So don't be daunting that we've got another run and a third to go. This is the one where we have to do everything, and then it's a streamlined full run, and then a streamlined third run to finish. So you're doing so well. I hope you're finding this guide informative, hopefully somewhat entertaining in places, but ultimately easy to follow for you as well. I really hope I'm helping, even if it's just one person, that this helps, who wants to take on the challenge of Dark Souls 1, and this is helping you, then my mission is complete. So it's a thank you from me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.